holding the show together. I can't produce the pearls every now and then. Now listen, this is an email that's come through that Big Nose has sent me, and this is why we're going down memory lane and have delved into the vault. Hello, Rub Nipsies. Me and the boys at the footy club were talking the other day about how good it is to have the Big Bristler back on the M's. One of the boys mentioned about how good it was to hear the adventures of the Cool Breeze when he used to be on. And they go on to say, these lads from Montmorency, they'd be fair bogans. One diary entry in particular stood out, the time when the Warrior, because you used to read out that excerpt from Bristol's
diary book from the
1990 season where he got the arse from the grand final and caused all sorts of hell when he wrote the book.
And one diary entry in particular stood out, the time when the Warrior read out the details of the Bristol's Mad Monday exploits. We're 2 weeks away from our own Mad Monday, so could you please do us a favour and replay that? It might give us a few ideas. Cheers, Watto from Montmorency. Well, Watto, as you and the boys from Montmorency get ready for a Mad Monday, here's the man that you can only hope to be.
Triple M Footy from the vault.
The world, according to the Cool Breeze.
Just go from one to another. Just really chop me up.
Black and white.
Slice dice with the style.
Black and white, the Taylor Diaries. We go to September 10 of 1989. Collingwood's been bundled out of the finals and they're having their drink-a-thon the next day. And Brian's picked up some, as he refers to it, grog from David Cloak to begin proceedings. And we'll pick it up here.
So, Brian, you're not going anywhere.
It didn't.
First of all, where's he attempting Luke?
Oh, come on, get control.
Get control of your man.
It didn't take long for keen punter Mickey McGuan to start a two-up school in which bets got up to $500. And blokes like McGuan, Banks, Christian, Paul Hawke, Darren Mullane, Murray Renstead, Mark Bayliss and myself led the way in the drinking stakes. Unfortunately, some of the younger blokes found the pace a little frantic and were out of it after just 3 hours. Heath Shepherd, Terry Keys, Cole Alexander and Jason Kroll were in fairly ordinary condition by mid-afternoon. Unlike my previous 4 years at Collingwood, we did not have a stripper along to add to the day's entertainment. So we'll just abridge it from here. So that it gets to 6 o'clock.
I'll explain when I get home.
Unlike the previous 4 years.
It gets to 6 o'clock and we'll just skip a few references to other activities. About...
Damo.
It's in your book.
Turn it off.
About 25 of us ordered taxis and we invaded the Edinburgh Castle in North Melbourne. And considering the 6 hours beforehand, our behaviour was fine for the time we'd already spent together. We stayed till about midnight, then was off to the underground. Even if the group had thinned down to a hardcore of around 12 senior players. And I remember leaving at about 4 a.m, knowing full well my hangover would be considerable. Unlike Heath Shepherd, who would have smoked 30 cigarettes that night, I, for some unknown reason, prefer to eat them. That particular party trick began in my years at Richmond, where I once ate 10 lit cigarettes.
This is Cliff, the producer.
In one helping at the Richmond RSL.
Did he light them up?
After the Collingwood night, my health was poor, but then so would yours be if you'd eaten 10 live cigarettes. After adopting the prayer position over our white toilet bowl, something that thankfully only happens once a year, and that is after the last game, it was time to do some work and think about the year to come.
Now, that was all made up, Damo. That was just nonsense.
Big T, I read
Just
from
a
that diary
novel
as
you're
you
reading
recall.
from.
I can't recall that.
That is Watto from Montmorency, the Bristol man, having a rather large go at the Mad Monday. They don't happen anymore, Brian.
No, they don't.
What do they taste like, BT?
Not very nice. Not very nice.
30 of them.
Edinburgh Castle.
Quite
Some
a big
familiar
while.
The underground.
The glow of the cigarettes was actually burning my moustache. It was so fiercely hot.
And no strippers in 89, but 88, 87, 86, 85, yeah?
No, we had a few back in the early days. We had a big strip night on one particular day. We had one of everything, Damo.
Long time ago,
Ryan.
Ryan. The times have changed, and thank God you are now here in the butts with us.
What's the noise, folks?
No.
Now, I've heard about this. Little squeaky ones popping out. Is that what's going on here?
No.
I'll tell you what, if if I get any sign of any whifter,
No, it's not
I'll
that.
be all
No.
over you like a cheap suit.
No, Brian,
Like
you and I go way
like I
back.
did
so
in the
don't-
first game where I smacked you and made you cry. I'll make you cry again.
You did do that. I'll put my hand up that. But you never did it again, though.
None of that behaviour in here, Spud.